My name is Lisa Parker, and I'm the Director of Alumni Career and Business Services with Michigan State. Here is my partner in crime, Dave Isto. Yes, again, I forgot your title.
I'm the Alumni Career Service Coordinator.
What we want to do today is just a really short exercise for you on brainstorming, because this is the spot where we see a lot of people actually getting stuck, and it should not be that hard. This is fun. Brainstorming is fun. So you're in a position, you're maybe looking for another job and you're wanting to try to do something different, but you're not sure what that could be. Yeah, you can get online and do some assessments. ONET Online, I think, is an example of something that will help you with that. But you can also, with a strong sense of self, walk through the brainstorming process independently and just see where it takes you. So Dave, why don't we use you as an example? Why don't you give us a scenario of that's either true or truth or fiction on type of professional you might be, and not sure what you want to do next.
Well, I'll just use myself. When I had this really deep, it's very existential. I mean, because you think you know where you're going, and all of a sudden you don't know where you're going. So I got into this field a long time ago by being laid off from a corporation. I didn't like the job, but I had had a background as a customer service salesperson, and my real occupational choice was being a musician. And so I came in knowing really well how to play the bass guitar and knowing how to sell stuff. And now I'm laid off going, I don't know what I want to do. And I found a position through the course of volunteering, and I had to kind of sell myself, and I did it by actually jumping into volunteering. But the reason why I knew it was the right fit was because of the actual organization that I found, and I could see a lot of, so I targeted the organization, not necessarily the job.
Okay, so what was the organization?
It was Christopher Ray Community Center. It's
Okay.
a nonprofit community center. And what I had to do is I had to transfer the skill set that I didn't have any of the requirements the position required. Nothing. They wanted someone to speak Spanish. I didn't have that. They wanted a college degree. I didn't have that. They wanted years of experience. I didn't have that. So how did I do it? I mean, the volunteers put me in a place to prove that I could do the work. But the reason why I knew it was the right fit is because I knew I kind of thought about the target population they were working with.
Yeah.
Underprivileged people. I could really empathize with their situations of having, a difficult life. So I thought, oh, that's a good fit.
Yeah, but you're describing this after the fact.
I was wandering around, not knowing where to go, and I spent 7 months trying to figure this out.
Okay.
And what I figured out is that what I loved in my old roles, even as a musician, was connecting with people.
Okay.
And I did that through the process of just kind of thinking about, what can I do with this, being able to play bass, and being able to sell stuff, because I don't want to sell stuff again, and I can't make enough money playing bass.
Well, what I mean in terms of the brainstorming process is actually a more fluid, fast-paced thing.
What I thought through was, what am I really good at? I'm good at connecting with people.
Okay, and so in the brainstorming process, what types of situations use individuals who are good at connecting with people?
Right, exactly.
What types of situations use people who are good at connecting with people who are also good at music?
Yeah.
What types of situations? Now, when you were in the role that you were laid off with, what types of customers were you working with?
People, it was the phone company.
Okay.
So I was selling phone equipment.
Okay. So what types of situations need people who have a good understanding and are able to talk through technical situations?
Yeah, well, the thing was, what I loved was the little old lady would call asking about her 1 cent charge and telling me her husband died. And I'm spending a half an hour on the phone listening to her and getting in trouble because I wasn't making my quota. I loved those interactions, and it was through processing even though I hated the job, what did I really like?
So then in that situation, in the brainstorming mechanism, what I would say to you is, okay, you like working and assisting in a customer service role, senior citizen, especially some that maybe want to nickel and dime with you. Yeah. What other situations, where else does that happen? The power company, heating and cooling companies, Restaurants potentially?
I thought of, you know, like, what agencies serve people that are underprivileged?
Okay, so Council on Aging,
Mhm.
yep. Nursing facilities?
People, yeah, there are people that are hurting.
Yeah.
And that's, and I did the same kind of process of,
Yeah.
of that.
And what I find is when people are in this brainstorming process, they tend to make the critical mistake of thinking exclusively about the industry instead of realizing that there's roles within that industry. So they might say, well, you know, I can't work for a heating and plumbing company because I'm not a plumber. I guess it's heating and cooling, right? Okay, so I can't work for a heating and cooling company because I'm not a good, is that HVAC?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not good at that. But there's layers in each of these companies. I can't work for a nursing home, I'm not a medical person.
Right.
What other roles are in that
That's
facility?
what I couldn't be a counselor, even though I thought I wanted because I didn't have the, so what can I do as a counselor? That's why I stumbled into this role that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Because I followed this process that we're talking about of kind of brainstorming about where are there hurting people, what can I do about it,
Yeah.
what am I good at? I'm good at communicating, I'm good at talking with people and connecting with people.
Yeah.
You know, what can you do with that? And it was this kind of this process of starting to target, okay, where are the areas of town where there's hurting people? Oh, let's go check out those places. I applied at some places that I never would have thought of.
And I think it can make it more fun. And I think anytime you're brainstorming, the important rules to live by is you're not evaluating your thoughts as they happen.
Right.
You are just letting them flow. And if you come up with an idea, it was there for a reason. So you just have to figure out how to connect the dots for the employer on the other side.
The other thing is check your blind spots. So I asked other people, what am I good at?
Yeah, what's your view of me?
Yeah.
What are some talents you've observed?
What I think I'm good at, but I'm not good at. Tell me that.
Yeah.
And I got people to be honest with me and help me process all of these kind of things. And the other thing that was a part of the brainstorming, like I had mentioned, is the actual experience of getting in and doing some stuff.
Yeah.
Because that helped me to see, oh, there's other stuff to do. I became more aware because I invested some time and effort into doing it.
It is hard to be creative with thoughts if you've been in a very isolated situation.
Yeah. And especially if you feel helpless and hopeless. Like, I mean, I'm looking around, everything needs a college degree. Back then, I didn't have one, you know? And so, but I found a job that I fell in love with, and I built from that because I did this process of the brainstorming that we're doing, asking other people, throwing myself into different circumstances, trying to be helpful to others. It's all a process of, instead of getting stuck in this linear focus of, I can only do this occupation.
By title.
It opened up. It opened up a lot.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think it's just having the creative process guide you to your next opportunity, allowing yourself to focus on the things that you know you're good at, you know you can do, you know you like, and asking yourself who would need that, who would use it, and why, and making that the larger portion of your job search than simply taking what you find and trying to make yourself fit it in a very linear way, is going to make this whole job search process a little bit more enjoyable.
Well, especially when you throw yourself into something that you don't know about.
Yeah.
And you either learn that you're not great at it or that you are great at it and you didn't know. And that can really, you start turning some new ideas that you never thought of before.
Yeah. So free your mind and the rest will follow.
Yeah, it's good.
That's it.
Thanks for listening.